0512 local time, Northern Arabian Sea. Inside the Combat Information Center of a U.S. Navy aircraft carrier, the radar picture looks quiet. Green sweeps roll across the screens. Merchant ships dot the horizon. Standard patrol routes, nothing out of place. Then a console flashes, new contact. A radar operator sits up straight. Range 92 nautical miles, bearing 041, altitude low. A second blip appears next to the first, then a third. 3 aircraft flying tight, moving fast. The watch supervisor tags them as unidentified on the tactical board. The blips push steadily toward the strike group. Speed climbs, 400 knots, 450, 500. Someone checks for transponder codes. Nothing. No IFF, no flight plan, no chatter on any frequency. The tactical action officer doesn't raise his voice. Track them. The SPY radar array widens its coverage and locks on to all 3. Their altitude drops under 3,000 feet, low enough to hide in sea clutter. Not a normal profile. This is a pattern every watch team drills for. 3 aircraft, no transponders, tight formation, closing fast on a strike group. Run ID. Sensors compare heat signatures, radar returns, and airframe shapes against the known aircraft library. First match, MiG-29, Fulcrum, Iranian. The next 2 don't match that airframe. A second thermal profile shows a different engine signature, longer fuselage, swing wing geometry. Possible F-14 Tomcat. Iran is the last air force on Earth still flying them. The third ID resolves as a large twin-engine strike aircraft, Su-24. 3 jets, 3 different jobs, flying together. The tactical officer nods slowly. That's not a patrol. On the flight deck above, sailors move between parked aircraft, prepping for the morning launch cycle, unaware anything is happening below decks. Range 80 nautical miles. The formation dips to 2,000 feet, Mach 0.9, low. Fast, radar hugging, a textbook anti-ship attack run. The comms officer keys the guard frequency. Unidentified aircraft approaching United States naval forces in international waters. You are entering a monitored zone. Break off immediately. The call repeats across several channels. Military, civilian, international guard. No answer. The jets keep coming. Escort destroyers shift posture. Aegis arrays widen their search sectors, and the picture propagates instantly across the strike group's data net, so every ship sees the same 3 contacts. A cruiser runs intercept geometry. A destroyer spins up its fire control radar. Not hostile, just ready. A second warning goes out. Still nothing. Range 65 nautical miles, and that number matters because past 50 miles, plenty of long-range air-to-air weapons are already inside their engagement envelope. No turn, no climb, no answer, just speed. Then the electronic warfare console lights up. New emission. The signal is tight and narrow. Not a search radar, a fire control radar. One of the Iranian jets has switched from search to track. Contact Bravo, Iranian F-14, radar active. On the tactical display, the symbol beside the aircraft changes color. The carrier strike group has just been painted by a targeting radar, and the formation hasn't slowed down. 0516 local time, range 52 nautical miles. The 3 symbols keep sliding across the board, speed steady just under Mach 1, altitude down to 1,200 feet, sea skimming, built to hide in the clutter. Confirm the emission. Confirmed. Fire control radar active. The formation's shape sharpens on the display. The MiG-29 leads, fast and agile, an air superiority airframe. The Tomcat holds slightly higher and behind, its radar sweeping the strike group and its own tail. The Su-24 flies heaviest and lowest, hugging the surface. Escort, sensor, striker. They're building an attack corridor. Every radar in the network is locked on the same 3 tracks: altitude, speed, heading, logged continuously. Outside, the ocean stays calm, the carrier cutting through deep blue water at 20 knots, escorts holding their ring a few miles out. On the bridge, the Air Defense Commander takes the report from below. 3 Iranian aircraft, coordinated formation,
50 miles and closing, a beat. Launch the alert fighters. 2 F-14 Super Hornets on ready alert come alive, engines lighting with a roar. Deck crew moving into motion, yellow shirts signaling, red shirts pulling chocks, steam rolling off the catapult track. The pilots run their last checks in seconds. They've already heard the call. Unknown aircraft closing fast, possible hostile intent. The catapult officer drops his hand. The first Hornet shoots off the deck in a burst of steam and fire. The second follows seconds later. Both turn hard toward the threat axis, still climbing, still closing the distance. Back in the CIC, range 48 nautical miles. The formation holds steady, no hesitation, no turn. The Tomcat's beam sharpens, power climbing. Not just tracking anymore, weapons guidance prep. Fulcrum's shifting left, opening a lane, while the Su-24 drops even lower, 800 feet now, lining up its run. That bomber's setting up a strike run. The Su-24 was never built for a dogfight. It's a maritime strike platform designed to carry heavy anti-ship missiles capable of crippling a warship from dozens of miles out. Time to intercept, 5 minutes. Time inside the missile engagement envelope, under 2. An escort destroyer lights up its fire control radar. Aegis running intercept solutions automatically. Missiles unlocked, ready, not fired, because the rules of engagement are clear. Hold fire until the threat is unmistakable. Radar spike, confirmed. The Tomcat's radar has shifted modes once more, locking onto a single target, the carrier itself. Target locked, detected. Range 42 nautical miles, more than enough for a long-range shot. They're committing. Outside, nothing looks different. The ocean is still calm. But 40 miles out, 3 Iranian jets are flying straight at the most powerful naval force in the region, and one has just gone weapons hot.
Seconds later, the radar operator confirms it. The lock is stable. Missile launch parameters achievable. The Tomcat holds the lock. 3 seconds, 4, 5, and a sudden flash blooms on the scope. The Iranian jet has fired. 05:17 local time. A new track bursts onto the display. Small, fast, accelerating, flashing red, missile launch. The room goes still for half a second. Confirm track. Speed past Mach 2. Altitude low. Heading dead for the strike group. Confirmed, 1 missile inbound. Time to impact, 90 seconds, from rail to hull. Engage defensive systems. Across the strike group, the response is almost instant. Aboard a nearby Arleigh Burke-class destroyer, Aegis shifts from track to engage, tightening its beam onto the inbound missile, tracking its every move hundreds of times a second. Speed, heading, flight path. A firing solution builds automatically, but the captain holds because something else happens first. Inside the carrier's EW station, another alarm lights up. Operators begin pumping powerful jamming signals into the air. False targets, distorted returns, a wall of noise between the fleet and the incoming weapon. The goal isn't to kill the missile yet, it's to blind it. The missile still needs radar guidance, and the F-14 is holding the lock, feeding it data as the range closes. At least, that's the plan. Inside the Tomcat's cockpit, the track flickers, the return weakening, shifting. Something's jamming the link. Multiple American ships broadcast simultaneously, a coordinated wall of electromagnetic noise, and the missile seeker starts drinking in conflicting data. Not one target, but dozens. False echoes, ghost contacts, shifting reflections. Missiles losing stability. Range 30 miles. Its track begins to drift, subtle at first, then obvious. High above, the 2 Hornets climb hard toward the threat axis, throttles pushed, already knowing, missile launch detected. It's searching, the operator says. The missile has lost its primary lock, hunting blind through a sky of static. 20 miles out, still no stable lock, the F-14's beam breaking apart under the jamming. Status, no stable acquisition. 10 seconds later, the missile drifts fully off course, sweeping empty water. It keeps flying, just not toward anything real, until it finally runs dry on guidance energy. The flight path arcs down, the track fades, then vanishes. Splash. Missile down,
one threat neutralized. But 40 miles out, the formation is still inbound, and now American fighters are closing the gap. 05:19 local time. 3 Iranian jets are still coming. Range 34 nautical miles. Speed Mach 0.92. Formation intact. The MiG still leading. The Tomcat's lock degraded under the jamming. The Su-24 still hugging the surface at 700 feet. Still committed. Even without a missile hit, the Su-24 could still loose an anti-ship weapon if it reaches the right range. Viper 1, radar contact. The lead Super Hornet, 30,000 feet up, locks its radar onto all 3 jets. Confirmed, 3 bandits. The second Hornet checks in seconds later. The Hornets dive toward the formation, 20,000 feet, Mach 1.1, closing fast. Inside the MiG, the radar warning receiver screams, a beam tracking from above, not the ships. The Tomcat crew sees the same warning seconds later. 2 separate locks, high, fast, close. 30 miles, the lead pilot calls, painting all 3 jets clearly. MiG, Tomcat, Su-24. He locks the MiG first, a clean solution instantly available. He doesn't fire, not yet. The mission isn't to shoot them down, it's to break the attack. The Iranian formation now has 2 American fighters bearing down from altitude and a full strike group waiting below. Range to carrier, 28 miles, close enough for the Su-24 to launch in seconds. But the Iranian pilots have a new problem. Fighters sitting directly overhead, 2 strong, stable locks apiece. The lead Hornet slides in just off the MiG's left wing, not firing, just impossible to ignore. The second angles toward the Tomcat. The Su-24 pilot sees the same warning lights moments later. At this point, the Iranian pilots understand exactly where they stand. The corridor they were flying toward has collapsed. Instead of closing on an exposed carrier, they're boxed in within a layered defense. Destroyers below, jamming overhead, fighters controlling the sky above. They're boxed in. The display confirms it. 3 Iranian jets, 2 American interceptors, an entire strike group underneath. For the first time since the encounter started, the formation hesitates. Speed drops, altitude climbs slightly. A small shift everyone in the CIC reads the same way. The closer the Iranian jets got to the carrier, the more data the Navy collected. Radar signatures, comms, electronic frequencies, all of it. What looked like an attack run has turned into a collection op, and the formation is flying straight through the middle of it. 05:23 local time. Altitude 18,000 feet. The 2 Hornets holding position above the formation, like shadows. Below, the MiG rolls slightly, its warning tone still steady, locked, unbroken, deliberate. From outside, nothing about the strike group looks different. Steel hulls cutting through blue ocean, but the invisible net around it is fully alive. Every beam, every frequency, every maneuver pulled into the carrier CIC. They're slowing. Speed down from Mach 0.92 to Mach 0.78, altitude climbing. The strike bomber breaks its attack profile first, nose lifting as the pilot climbs to a safer altitude. Strike bombers only climb when the attack is off. The lead Hornet pilot, radar still locked on the MiG, weapons ready, doesn't press the trigger. He just holds the lock long enough to make the point unmistakable. The Tomcat tries to rebuild a stable track on the carrier, but the return dissolves almost immediately under the jamming. Target lock impossible. Its radar operator mutters over the intercom. They can't guide another shot, can't see through the noise, and American fighters are close enough to engage in seconds. MiG's altering heading. The blip turns, slight at first, then wider, no longer pointed at the strike group. The Su-24 follows, its wings rolling east. The Tomcat holds course a moment longer, then brakes too. All 3, turning off. Bandits disengaging. The Hornets hold position a few seconds longer, following just long enough to be sure the message landed. Carrier control, Viper 1, hostile aircraft turning east, attack profile terminated. Copy Viper 1, maintain escort until clear. The Iranian formation picks up speed, heading back toward a coastline hundreds of miles away. The Su-24 climbs higher, the MiG levels out, and the Tomcat's radar finally goes dark. The sensors keep listening long after the contacts fade off the scope. Radar signatures logged, frequencies recorded, missile guidance data archived, every byte saved inside the CIC. The tactical officer leans back as the tracks shrink toward the horizon. 5 minutes ago, 3 Iranian fighters had pushed a coordinated attack profile against the most powerful naval force in the region. They fired a missile, they went weapons hot, they closed to strike range. What they left with was something else entirely. Their radars mapped, their signals captured, their tactics laid bare. Outside, the Arabian Sea goes quiet again. The carrier holds course, escort steady in formation. The encounter is over. No explosion, no dogfight, no wreckage in the water. But that was never the point. 3 of Iran's most capable jets pushed a live attack profile against a U.S. carrier strike group, fired a missile, and went home with nothing to show for it, while the Navy walked away with everything: their radar fingerprints, their targeting frequencies, their missiles' guidance behavior under jamming, all of it sitting in a classified file now. In modern naval warfare, that file is worth more than a kill, because the next time those 3 jets take off, before their wheels even leave the runway, the U.S. Navy will already know exactly how they fly, how they fight, and exactly how to beat them again.